video, I want to show you how to multiply numbers that are in standard form, leaving the product in standard form as well. Right, here's our first example. Simplify 2 by 10 to the 4, multiplying 3 by 10 to the minus 6. Right, what we simply do here is we simplify the coefficients of 10 to the power something. In this case, we have 2 as the coefficient of 10 to the power something, and in these brackets we have 3 as the coefficient of 10 to the power minus 6. Right, so these coefficients simplify on their own, which means 2 will multiply 3. At the same time, 10 to the 4 will simplify with 10 to the minus 6 like this. Right, so 2 by 3 is 6. Right, here we are multiplying indices of the same base. We have 10 to the 4 by 10 to the minus 6. The base is the same, we are multiplying. So according to the laws of indices, we add the powers. We add 4 to minus 6. Right, so this simplifies to 6. So it's now 6 times 10 to the power 4 plus minus 6. And if we simplify 4 plus minus 6, we get 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. So our final answer is 6 times 10 to the power minus 2, and this number is already in standard form. So that's our final answer. Let's move on to our second example. Right, what we are going to do here is we are going to simplify the coefficients here, the coefficients of 10 to the power something. Right, so it's 4 times 6, and that's the coefficients. Then this 10 to the 10 will be multiplying 10 to the 4, right, like this. So let's simplify. 6 by 4 is 24. Then 10 to the 4 by 10 to the 10. In this case, we are multiplying 10 to the power something and 10 to the power something. So we simply add the powers according to the laws of indices. So it is 24 times 10 to the power 4 plus 10, which is 24 times 10 to the power 14. But in this case, this number is not in standard form because 24 is not between 1 and 10, including 1. Right. So we have to express 24 in standard form, and 24 in standard form is 2.4 times 10 to the power 1. Now, instead of writing 24, we are now writing this one as it is, this 4 times 2.4 times 10 to the power 1, like this. The whole of this one is 24, and this 10 to the power 14 is this one. Right, then we are now multiplying 10 to the power 1 and 10 to the power 14. So according to the laws of indices, we simply add the powers. So we are adding the powers there. So it's now 10 to the power 1 plus 14. It's now 2.4 times 10 to the power 15. Right, let's move on to our third example. Right, likewise, we are going to simplify the coefficients. 6 will multiply 2.3 like this, get 13.8. And in this case, 10 to the power minus 7 will be multiplying 10 to the power minus 2. Right, according to the laws of indices, we add the powers like this. Right, and this 13.8 is not in standard form, so let's express 13.8 in standard form, and it is 1.38 times 10 to the power 1. So instead of writing 13.8, we are now writing 1.3. We are now writing 1.38 times 10 to the power 1, right, like this. And at the same time, minus 7 minus 2 is minus 9. So it is now 1.38 times 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power minus 9. Right, simplifying the powers, we are multiplying 10 to the power 1 and 10 to the power minus 9. So we add the powers. It's now 1 plus minus 9, and this simplifies to minus 8. So our final answer is 1.838 times 10 to the power minus 8. Right, let's move on to our last example, the fourth example. Right, we are going to multiply we are going to multiply 5 by 8, the coefficients, and we get 40. Then we add the powers, is 20 plus 14. Right, so let's multiply 5 by 8. Right, then 5 by 8 is 40. Then if we add the powers, we get 34. Right, this 40 is not in standard form, so let's express 40 in standard form. 40 in standard form is 4 times 10 to the power 1. Right, instead of writing this 40, we're no longer writing 40, we're now writing 4 times 10 to the power 1 like this. Right, now simplifying 10 to the power 1 by 10 to the power 34. We simply add the powers here. So the final answer is 4 times 10 to the power 35. Right, here is an exercise for practice. And here are the answers. Right, thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos.